My name is Dan Aho, and I conducted an internship at Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. A little bit of history about Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. It's located on Seavey Island in southern Maine. It was established as a public shipyard in the 1800s, so it's over 100 years old. In World War II, it began constructing submarines for the war effort, and today it overhauls nuclear submarines for the Navy. I worked in payroll. In payroll at the shipyard, there is over 5,000 employees total. It's one of the biggest employers in the state of Maine. It's organized by shop. Everybody reports to their supervisor, and then it's inputted into the system, and we enter in different information according to what they worked on. It's processed by a series of complex computer systems and is operated by civilians, such as myself. At the shipyard, I had the opportunity to work on my learning goals. My first learning goal was to become proficient at DCEPS. DCEPS is the Defense Civilian Pay System, which pays the employees at the shipyard, and it is a complex system with a lot of code and different mechanisms to track job orders and what actual work is being done. So I made significant progress on getting better and proficient at DCEPS. I provided feedback when discussing an LES. An LES is a leave and earning statement. It is kind of like a tax document or a W-2, but broken down into month. I got to process those and be able to help people troubleshoot their pay had they had any pay issues. Be able to process the appropriate documentation associated with the shipyard's payroll. There was a bunch of documents that would come in with new employees, some of them being bank statements, the direct deposit forms, tax statements. All these had to be inputted into DCEPS, and in order to successfully put a new employee into the system, familiarization with these documents had to take place, and I felt I made a lot of progress on this goal. Learning about post and pre-payroll process was a challenge for me. Without going into too much detail about the payroll process itself, different systems communicate with each other to make the payroll process happen. It has to do with job orders and various kinds of detailed computer software communication, and I made some progress, though I don't have a huge handle on it as a whole as of yet. There's more to learn, of course. Improving interpersonal communication was a part of every day. At the shipyard, I worked out of a cubicle in payroll department, and it was every day someone would either call, email, text a issue that they were having with their pay, and it was up to me to ask questions and to troubleshoot with the help of my supervisor their exact pay issue. I gained quite a bit of insight on my personal career goals while at payroll in the shipyard. I realized that payroll, while slightly routine on a day-to-day basis, there is a mountain of information that goes behind troubleshooting people's pay. To that aspect I was interested in. The routine day-to-day stuff wasn't my personal liking, but certainly the troubleshooting and getting into why the system didn't pay a certain percentage of pay was interesting to me. Understanding the shipyard as a whole, the shipyard is very complex industrial um, company or public yard. So our little piece of paying all that's labor is interesting in the way it tracks different parts of the labor associated with a valve or a piece. Someone has to be paid a certain wage for that time worked on a certain valve. And that's how detailed the system is. From DCEPs, you can obtain what that person worked on, how long they worked on it for, and what they got paid. And a whole lot of other details about their pay scale, their overtime, their holiday pay, and such are all rolled into one, and that rolls into budget, and it's just a huge complex system which I had the opportunity to learn about. The internship itself is through USA Jobs. Another thing you will need to have an application through USA Jobs is a clean background, and they work with some backgrounds, so that's all in efforts to get a clearance. Upon completion of a degree program, you will most likely be offered full employment upon graduation, which is a perk. Benefits from retirement are among the best. No one's really offering retirement anymore, and the shipyard does. The benefits are just as good as any other public company. And the opportunity to have government service is unique. Not everybody can work for the government, and it's an opportunity to serve your country. Some last thoughts on this internship as a whole. It's good leadership there. There's a strong culture. Everybody a part of the shipyard is focused on the boats and making sure that they roll off the yard under budget and on time. So it's very very competitive and very unique in that everybody has one purpose. It's very naval. It has very strong naval traditions associated with the yard since it's operated by the Navy, and you have a purpose yourself by being employed by the Department of Defense to support national defense and to be a part of something larger than most. So hope you enjoy my slide, and hope to see you on the yard. Thank you.